friends?
The day we'd been looking forward to had finally arrived. A calm thrill lingered in the air. We packed our bags before sunrise and left Colombo, chasing the promise of something wild and beautiful, Yala National Park. The road stretched ahead of us, winding through sleepy towns, mist-covered fields, and the occasional vendor setting up for the day. Hours passed, filled with laughter, tea breaks, and that growing sense of curiosity that only comes before an adventure. By noon, we reached the entrance to Yala, and suddenly, the real world faded. We were now in their world. As we checked in at the park gate, a beautiful mix of peace and anticipation settled in. That quiet thrill you feel when you're about to step into the unknown, something raw, something real. It was a dry season. The roads were thick with dusk. We were in our safari jeep, with our van following closely behind. As always, the peacocks were the first to welcome us, dancing under the golden sunlight like they owned the land. Just a few minutes into the park, the real adventure began. We had our first special encounter. Clinging to the side of an old tree, a yellow-crowned woodpecker mother was hard at work, but not just pecking. She was fiercely protecting something priceless. Tucked inside a tiny hollow were her eggs, and she darted in and out, swiftly clearing away ants that had begun to gather near the entrance. It was a blink-and-you-miss-it moment, delicate, powerful, and full of life. Watching her so alert, so determined, stirred something deep within us. It reminded me, no matter the species, a mother's love always finds a way to protect. A little further down the trail, we noticed a Brahminy kite standing unusually still on the ground. It's rare to see them like that, grounded, alert, yet calm. We stopped to observe. It felt like he was studying us as much as we were watching him. Then, suddenly, a red kite swooped down from above. It all happened so fast. A sudden burst of movement, feathers in the air, and then silence again. We were left speechless. Nature doesn't warn you. It just happens. Time wasn't on our side. We had to get ready for our evening safari after 2 p.m., so we packed up and hit the road. Soon, we arrived at one of our favorite spots inside Yala National Park, the serene Paranathotapola Yala Bungalow, quietly nestled deep within the wilderness. We've stayed here before, and every time it feels like a hidden retreat, far removed from the noise of the world. If you've watched our previous videos, you'll know exactly what we mean. We'll drop the link for you in the description. After a simple lunch and some rest, we headed out again, this time hoping to spot a leopard. We hadn't seen one yet, but we knew patience was everything in the wild. Very close to the bungalow, the jungle whispered another surprise. A massive crocodile, resting silently among some dry bushes. His jaw was wide open, not in aggression, but in a pose of stillness. It turns out this behavior, gaping, helps them regulate body heat. We were close enough to hear him breathe. Being in his presence, so close and calm, made us feel incredibly small and grateful. Not long after, we saw an oriental darter on a branch, wings spread out, drying itself in the sunlight. It stood like a sculpture, perfectly balanced, completely unbothered by our presence. Moments like that teach you how much peace exists in stillness. We carried on toward Darshana Weva, a lake we often visit, and for good reason. This place feels alive, even in silence. That very morning, 2 leopards were seen near the rocks. We scanned every corner, but all we saw were a few crocs lazing around and birds flying overhead. Still, just being there felt right. Then came a message, a name whispered through our radio. Lucas. A leopard had crossed the road at Matapara. We rushed, but by the time we reached, he had disappeared into the trees. As we turned back, a second message came through. Leopard spotted, just behind you. We quickly turned the jeep around and rushed to the spot. It was very close to us. Nilame, one of the rarely sighted leopard. He walked out like royalty, slow, powerful, and completely in control. A male leopard, rarely seen, first recorded in 2021. He looked straight ahead, crossed the road without a sound, and vanished into the undergrowth. That moment was pure magic. It's hard to describe the feeling, part awe, part disbelief, and all heart. As we headed back, thinking the day couldn't possibly offer more, something stopped us right in the middle of the road. A sloth bear mother and her cub. The little one was playful, tumbling and nudging her, climbing, and the mother, so calm, was nibbling on a fruit called Vera. The sun was setting. The light was soft. It wasn't about perfect video or photos anymore. It was about standing there, quiet, amazed, lucky. That's what this day gave us. Not just animals, but emotions. Moments of stillness, of surprise, of deep connection to life in its rawest form. It reminded us why we come back to Yala again and again. Don't miss what's coming next, Yala Day 2. Stay tuned as the wild comes alive with new wonders. An unforgettable early morning leopard sighting, a close encounter with a herd of elephants. We're back on the trail, searching for the mysterious hiding Lucas. A tense moment as black-winged stilts fiercely protect their babies. and so many more magical scenes from the heart of the jungle. Subscribe now and stay connected. Yala Day 2 is just around the corner.